someone said to me, is it okay if I leave the tracks on and paint it? Now, it is. I find it's a lot better actually. Normally I take the tracks off, but it is so much easier just painting with them on. And just get a really stiff paintbrush like that, okay, really stiff, so it gets all in the cracks and all that. And just take your time, just relax, just getting all the little gaps and everywhere. And it will go on quite well. And don't worry about it, because when you do the weathering, it's going to hide some of that bits that you missed, but you want sort of bits that you miss anyway to show a little bit of the silver. So I'm just going along like this. You can take the pin out, which I normally do, but this is going to be my first tank that I have painted with the tracks on. So let's see how it turns out. Now obviously I'll be doing the outside of the tracks and inside the tracks, which I'll be going up here and doing this. Well, there you go guys, it took me 25 minutes in all. Yeah, I've done the other side of the tracks. I thought I wouldn't film it because you've already seen me do one side. So that will take about at least 10 minutes to dry. And I'm very happy with that. Now this paint is really, it's like a really gritty sort of thick, hello honey boy, it's really like gritty sort of thick black paint. Now I know that stays on quite well. I've done the other tracks, and I should be painting these in that's probably another 5 months time. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. They look really smart. The only joke, when you paint them black, you know, it kind of looks like they're plastic now, but no, these are definitely metal, as you can see from the start. Now we'll be painting the wheel at the back there. This is a remote control 1./16 scale. As you can see, I splattered loads of mud all over it. And I'll show you what I used as well. There you go, you can see it there. It's kind of like dripping off and dried on the corners there. It's the perfect colour for Asian mud. Yeah, it's not rust by the way, so all these little spots here are just like mud all splattered up on there, okay? What I've done, I got it on the paintbrush, I just flicked it on, and it went on quite well all over the place. So there you go guys, I moved this thing at the back now. This was on the side, someone said tied it down, so I moved it there and it's quite stable there. So happy days. All these little blocks here are Lego. So yeah, I'll be painting the next tracks here. This is the tracks here, this is what it looks like, okay guys? There you go. Got dried, that this is absolutely rock solid, this mud here. Absolutely, I can't even take it off. The best thing when you do that, try not to get it on the screws or anywhere where it's going to seize up the wheel. So in other words, behind there it's pretty clean, even though you can still see the mud all splattered up, but I put it in areas where it was just okay. I didn't put it on the springs. These are on springs, I missed those, so it's alright, you know. So you've got to be very careful. So there you go guys, I painted the tracks the other day. Now, when I was painting the tracks, I'll show you a clip on when I was painting the tracks black. Hanglon must have put these tracks on the wrong way round. One of my mates said, by the way mate, your tracks are the wrong way, they were facing the other way. And I said, well, I haven't taken them off. So I actually painted the tracks, which you'll see in the video. I actually painted them when they're on the tank, because I just wanted to do it quick and easy. So in other words, I had to take the tracks off. Now the best way to take the tracks off is just undo the front wheel here, okay? Unscrew it, tracks will just come off easy. Or you can take the split pin out, but I prefer to just do it that way, because once you take the pit spin out, the split pin, you can actually bend it by pushing it back in. So you've got to be a bit careful there guys. So yeah, just take that front one out, track comes off straight away. So there you go, there's a track there. I just put black paint on, I didn't spray it, hand painted it. As you can see, there's some on there and some off. Just done it like, you know, it should be like, you know, that will wear off. You'll see that sort of metal effect all the way along once it goes on the road. So at the end of the video, what I'll do, I'll take this tank out, run it on the road. Hopefully it'll scratch a lot of this paint off and it'll give it a better effect. Now this is definitely the right colour paint. It's burnt sienna. Okay, there you go guys. It's let me just put this on a tripod and I'll show you. Okay, it's a very, very rich reddish brown colour. There you go. I mean, this absolutely matches with the Thai mud that we've got here in Thailand. Same as this one as well. This one's a little bit lighter. So what I've done, I painted it with that one as like the dark wet mud, and then obviously you'll have the dry mud as well, which gives it two different colours. Now I know that from on my car when I'm driving around in the country in Thailand here, going through the fields and four-wheel drive, my car absolutely gets caked like that, exactly the same colour. So yeah, that's not rust, by the way, guys. A lot of people say, oh my god, you ever rusted the tracks and that? No, it's the Asian mud here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll be applying the red on here and just showing you how easy it is. Okay guys, I'll actually speed it up a bit because it'll be an extra long video otherwise, because I'm going to test this out on the road as well afterwards. So there you go. Yeah, take your tracks off, or you can paint them on there, it's up to you. Now I'm just going to paint all over, all in the gaps. Yeah, I'm painting over the black because hopefully when I take this out it will rub some of this colour off and it reveal the black and the silver. This is a little bit, got a little bit of texture in it, this has. So it's a little bit kind of gritty. And I'll show you what I'll do with the wood filler. A lot of people say wood filler, but I'll tell you what, if you put the wood filler in exactly the right places, then you're going to get a good effect. If you just be a bit careful where you're putting it. And plus, when you're painting this, try not to put too much in the middle of the tracks, because that'll be coming off when you're driving along, and obviously you don't want to waste your paints. So you just want to put a little bit of a smear in the middle, just like that, and that's it. But keep rubbing it in the tracks here, okay? Get deep in there as well. Look. Right, this is where I'll apply the wood filler. Okay, as you can see in there, like that just actually looks like mud when you go through it, okay? Got big chunks of it coming off. What I've done, I left a little bit on the side there to go hard, and then you break it off and it forms these like big clumps of mud. Okay, so on the tank here, as I say, try not put it where the nuts and bolts are or anything like that, or springs or anything, okay? Just put it on the edge there, sort of put it in like that, like the mud splattered in there, okay? And in there as well, just put it. And what it does, it sets in there. Okay, and this one here as well. A little bit on top there. There as well. Get the little rims around the side, down top. And this will actually set rock solid, and it's good texture as well. It's gritty texture, just like the mud. Same colour when it dries. It's amazing. Just chuck it in anyhow. Don't sort of like spend hours fidgeting about, okay? That's what my channel's all about. Do it, enjoy, do it quick, and just love it. All the mud's come up. On a little bit on the black of the springs, okay? Don't put it on the springs because you don't want to muck up that, okay? I don't know if it will muck it up, but it might slow it down or might not bounce around so much. There you go, I'll just show you a close-up of it, okay? There. And I use the other paint as well, just to give it sort of like a wet and dry look. And what I'll do also is sink some of this stuff in there as well. Old panel line. So, and there's the tracks all painted. Right, what I'm going to do now is add some of this mud filler just on the outsides, okay? Not going to put it where the actual sprocket is going to touch. Just missing the hole there, as you can see, okay? Well, that's the tank truly done and finished now. As you can see, I just applied all that stuff there. It's still a little bit wet, still a bit like really super red. So afterwards I'll be taking it out on the road, driving it around, trying to weather the tracks just to see what it looked like. But I'll give it another hour or two just to make sure it's all completely dry. Okay guys, well I've just taken the tank over the concrete now. As you can see, it's chipped off all the bits on there, so it's making it look like it realistic now. And yeah, like a little bit of the track is showing now, the metal. So it's happy days. What I'll do, I'll just drive it down the tiles there and back again. I'll just show you guys.